Well, this week we're sort of combining two of my favorite topics, which are history and wildlife, because this is essentially it's kind of a history of Pakistani wildlife and really focusing on these sort of iconic animals that once used to stalk across this wide range, including Pakistan, and now no longer exist in this country, at least. I mean, although even though they don't exist, they've left a lot of impact here in Pakistan. And I'll explain. Like, I mean, for example, we still call people, if somebody's done something really amazing, we'll be like, "Oi, cheete," and that's really comes from the fact that once upon a time we actually had a great deal of Asiatic cheetahs here in Pakistan and in India, and this is where you get all of these metaphors about cheetahs from. It wasn't in isolation, Nobody watched National Geographic and suddenly they said, okay, great, next time somebody does something cool, I'm going to call him a cheetah. Now they're only in Iran, of course, the poor things. Secondly, we used to have a very also large population of Asiatic lions here. And the lion's been a huge symbol in this part of the world, because if you start with Iran, in the old Persian flag, there was a lion holding a sword. That logo still exists now, only it's as a corporate logo for Habib Bank and Habib Metropolitan Bank, but that's because there were once upon a time lions here. And it's interesting because when Kipling came here, Rudyard Kipling, and he wrote the Jungle Book, by that time the lion population had largely died out. So his sher ended up being a tiger, and that's Sher Khan. I mean, same goes with the Hindu goddess Durga Sherawali. She's occasionally, in older pictures, she's riding a lion. Now if you look at her, she's riding a tiger, and that's sort of interesting too. And then there were rhinos. They were remarked upon by both Marco Polo and Ibn Battuta. And of course, the poor things fell victim to the myth that their horns had, aphrodisiac properties and were used as were sold off as unicorn horns in the Dark Ages and so on and so forth. So it's sort of a wrap of all of these things. I quite like it. I hope other people do too.